Next up, you won't believe it. The major demands a vote. The old guy agrees first, but the captain looks unwilling. So, they start hoarding snacks and force rules on everyone. The new rule is major decisions must be squad voted, not by the captain or Lisa alone. This is as exciting as watching paint dry. Bearded guy asks, scared of getting kicked off for messing up. That hits a nerve, tension rises, the brawl looms. Just then, the plane starts blaring alarms like it's auditioning for a horror movie. The captain suspects a power assist is on fire and urgently calls Lisa to check it out. But before they can figure anything out, the alarm suddenly goes silent. Next, the air conditioning alarm, a quarter a circumflex Hoffeth, silenced by the captain's light tap. After 2 false alarms, this seasoned captain figures it's the landing gear bumped accidentally. Indeed, a soldier was tossed off during takeoff and climbed onto the landing gear to sneak into the cabin and novel-bound it. The captain spills the beans to everyone, and Marcus chimes in that if that soldier messes with the hydraulic system, the wheels are going to be stuck tighter than a cat in a tree. If that happens, we're all doomed. But the captain thinks quick, let's ascend. At -40, oxygen within our soldier might freeze solid. The major disrupts, accusing the captain of being arbitrary. The captain, furious, grabs the PA, yelling, let our soldier wreck our plane. A good idea? But they overlook one detail. As altitude rises, cabin pressure starts a tug-of-war with outside. And then boom. The window shatters like a cheat face, and the plane loses balance faster than a tightrope walker with a bad case of the wobbles. Oxygen masks drop down, and the weaker folks are out like lights. Bearded guy's head is spinning, but just in time, Hat guy grabs him like a lifeline. Everyone knows that if it keeps going like this, disaster is knocking at the door. Marcus gives it his all, snatches a metal sheet, slams it over the broken window. Crisis averted, a real hero. But now, new trouble arises. The boy's oxygen tube is pulled away by airflow. The smartest one warns he'll suffocate without oxygen. Fortunately, Bearded guy acts swiftly, cuts the tube, makes 2 openings with a knife, and connects it to the oxygen machine. Talk about relief for blonde mom. But the plane alarms again. They realize the soldier's still there. Prevent him damaging the landing gear, someone must enter and throw him out. But the major holds the blowtorch, insisting on democracy unless the captain agrees. The major's reasoning? He doesn't want any disgruntled voices trying to kick him off the plane. The captain, feeling trapped, reluctantly agrees to talk about a lose-lose situation. Soon, they reach the cargo hold and cut through steel. Marcus rips the plate aside, ready to shine. The major aims down, only to find it pitch black, no sign of anyone. Did they mess up? Suddenly, a hand reaches up and grabs the gun right out of his grasp. The major yelps as his finger gets jumped. Can someone say out? In a pinch, Bearded guy snatches the gun, fires 3 shots, taking down the soldier heroism. Crisis averted. Back in the cabin, instead of cheering Bearded guy, everyone gives him the cold shoulder. Awkward. Then the tension rises when the black girl mentions the diamonds, and suddenly Bearded guy is labeled a murderer, and guess who's pointing the finger? Yep, Pat guy. Turns out, that terror dude the old guy mentioned bathed his way to oblivion right after they boarded. Now that's what I call a surprise exit. Bearded guy and Hat guy prep for burial, wash the body, then stage a distraction for Hat guy. He quietly extracts the diamond from the dead dude's stomach, but whoopsie-daisy, Hat guy catches on. Bad luck, dude. When everyone starts calling him out, Bearded guy doesn't shy away. He claims he was just reclaiming what belonged to him. Q raised eyebrows and heated debates. Not an unreasonable claim. He emphasizes these diamonds technically belong to their country and just showed up in the museum last year. Then old guy jumps in, reminding them of their little rules about voting on punishments. For Bearded guy, here we go again. He whips out a pair of handcuffs, revealing he used to be in security. Talk about an awkward reveal. And just like that, they're ready to toss this thorn in their side right out of the plane. Poor Bearded guy is fuming, getting shoved into the cargo hold, waiting for a decision at landing. What a way to spend a flight. Once landed, Marcus fixes windows and fuels up while the mob trials Bearded guy, fury erupting like a volcano. Bearded guy knows he's about to be tossed from the plane, but shockingly, the major steps up to defend him. Talk about a plot twist. The major reveals that high-ranking officers mentioned a safe haven. They need to return to the Belgian airport for documents to pinpoint its location, and Bearded guy is the best man for the job. So, after a vote with raised hands, Bearded guy is saved. Old guy is furious. After all this farce, old guy finds himself the biggest joke of the day, forced to hand over the keys like he is signing his own resignation to sanity. Back on the plane, Bearded guy shoots a loaded glance at Hat guy before strolling over to the blonde mom and her kid, genuinely asking, "Hey, kiddo, feeling any better. But shockingly, blonde mum shoots him a frosty look, totally forgetting how this guy just saved her kid. Talk about gratitude. And just then, Mr. Smarterpants realizes a big problem. He points out that under the sun's glare, not only living creatures will bite the dust, but even the food's going bad if they keep this up. It looks like going hungry is on. Upon hearing this, the captain's nerves are shot. After days of intense flying, combined with his gunshot wound, he's hit his breaking point mentally and physically. After a while, the plane jolts like it's on a roller coaster ride. Lisa dashes into the cockpit, and the captain admits he's feeling a bit wheezy from the long haul. Even in such a state, the captain refuses to take a break. So, Lisa has to recruit 2 people to physically carry him out. He's thrashing, desperate to wash his face and wake up a bit, but after a long time, still no sign. I opened the door. The captain had passed out. The doctor suspects a serious illness. They must amputate the infected area but need a sterile room. Without the captain, landing is their biggest crisis. So, all their hopes rest on Lisa, but she's never flown a passenger plane before, just helps the captain with some basic tasks, so she's completely clueless about landing. That moment, the smartest guy pipes up. Why not use online videos to fly this thing? A crazy idea, but hey, what other choice do they have? So now Marcus watches a how-to video and directs Lisa on flying the plane, the runway looming ahead, and the tension is so thick you could slice it with a knife. Empty subtitle.